can be just another step toward the crown. 1984, Michigan. Cale Yarborough in the yellow car gets wrapped from behind and slammed into the wall. But he came back in 84 to win IROC 8. 2 weeks ago, Cale Yarborough made this move on IndyCar veteran Rick Mears to take the race lead and then hold off all challengers. That win made Yarborough the series leader with 1 race remaining. Al Unser remembers well the whims of IROC racing. In this 1978 crash at Daytona, he was knocked unconscious, and he came back to win in IROC 5. Back at Daytona this year, the IndyCar star invaded the stock car citadel, and he held off all the opposition to win. He is in second place going into the final round. Stock car racing's Cale Yarborough versus IndyCar champion Al Unser for $150,000 today, with 5 others in position to upset the favorites. Bill Elliott is in third. Tied for 4th are Al Unser Jr., winner at Mid-Ohio, and defending IROC champion Harry Gant. Darrell Waltrip is 6th. And Bobby Rahal is 7th. Today, all 7 are capable of winning the 10th edition of the International Race of Champions. Watkins Glen, until 1948, was the work of glaciers and the work of nature which brought the summer folk to the upstate New York hamlet of 3,000. Then down Franklin Street and surging to the countryside came the racers, who have left a motoring legacy that makes this little community as recognized as Indianapolis and Daytona Beach. On a brisk and beautiful day, with sunlight hopscotching across a packed infield, welcome to Watkins Glen for the first appearance by the International Race of Champions. Hello, I'm Ken Squire. Behind me are 12 equally prepared Chevrolet IROC Z Camaros ready to do battle over 30 laps. Right now, let's meet those 2 top contenders. They're standing by with a man who knows this track pretty well. They say he finished 2nd on this track some 21 years ago. Here's Ned Jarrett.
Well, Ken, that's what the record books say is 2nd place, but, you know, very few people remember those seconds. I had a hard time finding my way back to the racetrack. But these fellas won't have any trouble finding their way around. Cale, you lead the points going into this race. What are you going to do? Are you going to have to look over your shoulder at Al and all the rest of the guys here to see where they are during the race?
Well, I'm sure I will if I can stay there, Ned. You know, I am starting on the pole, but it's going to be very difficult to stay there with, you know, people like Al Unser and, of course, the entire field. It's going to be hard to keep them back there, I'm sure.
Now, you have won 5 of these IROC races over the years. 3 of them have come on road courses, and that's not supposed to be your long suit.
Well, no, it's really not. But, you know, I'll take them, and I'd sure love to add one more to that string today.
Well, he'll certainly be trying to do that, and Al Unser Sr. will be trying to keep him from it. Al, your son, Al Jr., jumped Bobby Rahal on the start of the race at Mid-Ohio, the only other road course this year. Are you going to try to do the same for Cale?
Well, I'd like to, but I don't think he'll let me. I think that he has the other way around. I think he's going to, you know, be hard to pass.
Is it difficult to pass on this track?
Yes, it is. It's going to be difficult. This is one of these courses, like Mid-Ohio, that when we run there, that if everything's working your way, they're going to have a hard time getting around you.
Well, this is going to be one more interesting race, Ken.
Joining me in the booth today will be the old editor of the National Speed Sport News, Chris Economaki. But right now, he's trackside with 2 other top stars, one of whom had his difficulties with the Winston Cup car yesterday. It was 169 miles per hour. Plus, when going down into what we will call turn 4, Bill Elliott just had problems. Danced off the track, went across this grass, hit this barrier, jumped over the barrier, landed in the cyclone fence on the other side. He really took a hit. That car they're repairing for tomorrow's race, and he is standing by with Chris Economaki along with the defending IROC champion Harry Gant.
Bill, that was some ride you took yesterday over the fence and out. I spoke with your wife a little bit ago, and I said, how's he doing? She says, well, he's troubled. He's not himself. Is that going to affect your drive in today's IROC race?
I don't think none whatsoever. You know, I just probably carried in a little bit too deep yesterday, but, you know, today's another race. There's a lot of good cars out here. You know, we're going to come out here and try to win the race.
Well, hope you have a good day. Harry Gant here is the champion. Harry, a year ago today, you went into the lineup at IROC 9 at Michigan Speedway, 8th in the point standings. And when it was all over, you came out champion. But the conditions were different. That was an oval track, home, so to speak, for you. Here it's a road course, but you're 4th in the standings. How are you going to play it all?
Well, we got to get out there and go. You know, we were real fortunate in Michigan to be able to come in there and win the championship, and we still got a chance this time, so we're not marking it off yet.
Okay, a confident champion. Back to you, Ken.
It's a 2.4-mile course, rigorous test here, and for our purposes, we'll call it 6 turns. And right now, let's have one of the masters of American racing take you around it. Here's Darrell Waltrip.
I'm going to try to take you around the racetrack one lap. You start down the little front straightaway here in front of the pits, and you go about halfway down that straightaway, you're back in high gear. At 300 feet, you hit 3rd gear. You go a little further to 100 feet, and you hit 2nd gear. Now, you're in 2nd gear, hard on the brakes, making a really, really difficult right-hand turn. You can get in a lot of trouble in turn 1. Now you're winding up in 2nd gear. You're coming down the hill. You hit 3rd gear at the bottom of the hill at the beginning of the S's, which is turn 2. You start up the next grade, which is going to turn 3. You hit 4th gear. From there, onto the back straightaway, you're wide open in 4th gear. Turn 4 is a big loop. You go in hard. Hit 3rd gear, on the brakes hard, wheel hop, car wants to bounce a little, gets in a little bit of trouble here, you can. You're still in 3rd gear. You pick up speed. You come down the short chute just before you get to the bridge. 4th gear. Over the bridge, 3rd gear. Hard brake, left-hander. Only one on the course. Only one I like. Getting through the left-hander is critical because it sets you up for turn 6, the final turn. Pick that right wheel up, still in 3rd gear, back on the front straightaway one more time. That's the way I do it. I haven't won anything here yet, though.
Stand by for wide open action. Total purse, $573,000. You'll meet the stars of the final round of IROC 10 in a moment.
This CBS Sports Special, the International Race of Champions, is sponsored by today's Chevrolet, who invite you to live the style, performance, and fun of Chevrolet in '86. Goodyear Eagle high-performance radial tires. You either have Goodyear Eagles or you need them. And by Budweiser, Beechwood aged for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you.
Minute points through 3 races. Here's the starting lineup for the 1986 finale in the International Race of Champions. On the pole, our series leader, 1984 IROC champion, 3-time NASCAR title holder from Timmonsville, South Carolina, Cale Yarborough. Post position number 2, 1978 IROC champion, 3-time Indy 500 winner from Albuquerque, New Mexico, Al Unser. Row 2 from Dawsonville, Georgia, looking to become the 2nd straight IROC rookie champion, Bill Elliott. Starting 4th in the standings and on the grid, the youngest race winner in IROC history, 24-year-old Al Unser Jr. In row 3, defending IROC champion, the man who came from 8th to win in the finale last year, Harry Gant. Starting beside him, the man Gant beat in that unprecedented tiebreaker, 3-time NASCAR champion, Darrell Waltrip. In row 4, the 1986 Indy 500 winner, already winning some $800,000 this year, Dublin, Ohio's Bobby Rahal. Starting 8th, the former Grand Prix Formula One star, West Germany's Jochen Mass. In row 5, 9th starting position, Hans Stuck, defending World Endurance champion. In the 10th position, 2-time IMSA champion, rookie IROC performer, Florida's Hurley Haywood. In row 6, Rick Mears, 2-time Indy 500 champion out of Bakersfield, California. And starting 12th, the 3-time Le Mans winner, Klaus Ludwig.